West. Welcome to the Damu and Kiwe Conversation podcast. Salute to all of y'all, man. Welcome. Hit that like button on your way in. Subscribe if you ain't already subscribed and feel the vibe. You understand what I'm saying? Of the Damu and Kiwe Conversations. Today, Shannon Sharpe fired from ESPN. I know this ain't the sports channel, but I think that is very relative to what seems to be a constant trend right now when it comes to melanated brothers. And the crazy thing about it, you melanated brothers that's getting that guapolate. See, as long as we working for them and they're then we're always going to be prone to being laid off or fired for whatever reason or excuse they want. You know what I'm saying? We're expendable at that point. I just was recently fired for no reason. It was totally discriminatory. But in any event, it made me realize I need to focus more on my entrepreneurship and my business, my app, my documentary. And that's what I've been working on. Yesterday, I was so into it, I didn't even do a live. The same with Shannon Sharpe. These brothers already got the guapolate, though. But they act like they don't know what to do with it. This is the internet. We could disrupt that market with somebody as big as Shannon Sharpe hosting a show on his podcast, breaking the news, right? You see what Sham Sharania did? Why you think they bought him? Why you think they paid him that guap? You know what I'm saying? Because they knew that little bitty old stadium had somebody who was on his stuff. He was starting to disrupt the market. So we're gonna get into this real quick. Let's go ahead and get into this real quick, right? Hit that like button again if you haven't already done it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get right into the can.
He was hit with a lawsuit, and about 2 weeks ago, he settled that lawsuit and has since been fired. But here's what he had to say about it.
I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today.
They didn't even have, shout out to Sterling Sharpe. Sterling Sharpe, Pittsburgh Steeler, man. I was able to watch him when he played football. I'm glad that he's making it. And I don't think this is overshadowing it. They're all going to watch this interview, Shannon Sharpe. Your voice echoes and reverberates across the world, man, through the internet, through the news, through your podcast. You don't need ESPN. So just like we just heard how you felt only for your brother's loss, that loss could also be a positive, because even though I didn't even know he was going up to be for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, now we do. So thank you and salute to your brother. But the fact that these peoples didn't have the decency to announce this after that shows that they really didn't respect or don't care about building up the stature of our people as much as they care about tearing it down. Let's go.
He said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me. When I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, at Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN. Thank you guys for your support.
Even with his glasses on, I was able to see that he's shedding tears, man. Hey, man, very, very sincere apology to his brother, but I think his brother was right again. That's your big brother. He know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't upstage him. I'm glad that you kept putting it out there. What better way than to utilize that and to humble yourself? I hope that go viral. And Sterling Sharpe, congratulations, man. I can see the influence that you had on your little brother, man. Something to be proud about, probably more than your football and Hall of Fame career. The way that we affect other people's lives. And you did so in your brothers. And that stood through his character on that. A lot of us just slept around with other women, see a nice piece of ass, and that's all you see, nothing else. And these women nowadays might not have the best intentions. They see you as a bag, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know the circumstances, but I'm just assuming that that's what it was. I don't believe Shannon Sharpe is the type of person that got to take nothing from no woman. I don't think that he's that type of person, period. You can tell by the way that he represents himself. Those kind of allegations, sometimes settling those allegations be the best, because you don't want the media mudslinging and lies to paint narratives about who you are, right? Let's turn this on. So, I don't know what happened there. I disappeared, but y'all don't need me anyway. We can get back to that in a minute. So, ESPN, this is the article from Sports Illustrated, will now be bringing Shannon Sharpe back to his network, as reported by Andrew Marklin of theathletic.com. Sharpe announced his intentions to step away from his role at the network on April 24th. The Pro Football Hall of Famer and HBCU legend recently settled a lawsuit with a former girlfriend who accused him of sexual assault. Houston attorney Tony Bugsby announced in July that the case had been settled without prejudice. Sharpe denied the allegations in the lawsuit and originally chose to fight them in court before the two parties reached a settlement. In the weeks leading up to the lawsuit, he was exploring a potential $100 million podcast deal. As a result of this situation, he will lose his position on ESPN's First Take with Stephen A. Smith, along with any other appearances on the network. So let's go down a little more. Let me go down up a little more. My bad. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Okay, so so he lost out on $100 million. Damu Kiwe conversation potential $100 million because of this lawsuit. So it's not just the 20-something million that he settled out for. He ended up losing that 24 million, and then a potential $100 million podcast deal. Also, you know what I'm saying? And he might be able to recover some of that loss somewhere else because he's so skilled and talented and such a fixture on sports talk radio. But that's he could have been able to definitely would have been in a position to secure something like that. Shannon Sharpe released a statement via social media that he's electing to step aside temporarily from his ESPN duties. Shannon Sharpe's statement, my statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. My statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. As a professional athlete and one of the most prolific trash talkers ever to play in the NFL, Shannon Sharpe is accustomed to backing down. The Pro Football Hall of Famer responded to the allegations outlined in a $50 million lawsuit filed in Nevada against him by attorney Tony Bugsby for his Jane Doe client. Sharpe first fought back hours after the lawsuit went public by posting several exceptionally provocative texts between him and his alleged victim. In a social media post, the HBCU legend names his accuser, Gabriella Zuniga. Hey, brothers, if you got a bag, because she ain't had no money before, or she wouldn't have stooped to such a money grab play like this. So should she go broke, and just because you see her out there, be careful, brother, because this could be you. The civil rights movement began by European and Caucasian women falsely accusing black men of raping and sexual assault, and we were being lynched, hung in public. So that birthed the total dissatisfaction amongst our communities. And at that point, we started marching and protesting and securing what today is called civil rights, that all of these other people, including white women, have been able to secure based upon our sacrifice. And in 2025, powerful brothers in positions with a voice, with resources, can be targeted like this. I don't know the facts of the case, but I'm just telling you, this is a ongoing trending things with black males. That's why you got to be careful what you do out here. And it's easier said than done. Temptation is a mug. Tupac went through similar. On Tuesday morning, Shannon Sharpe again went on the offensive. Kobe went through it. This time he uploaded a 1 hour and 9-minute video speaking directly to his family, friends, supporters, and colleagues. Here's the transcript of the video. Y'all can check that out later if y'all want to. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on with Shannon Sharpe, man. We're gonna close this off. I don't know. Allhiphop.com. We got this article and we're gonna get on to this. Shannon Sharpe rumored payout allegations have been revealed. So what it appears to be is that after these allegations have came out, ESPN, which is owned by Disney, last I heard, which have their own allegations of sexual improprieties, a history of them. including with children. But that's another topic for another day. But what it appears to be is that because of these allegations being settled out, ESPN wants to save face and are afraid to stand with this man, and obviously don't believe that even the allegations just being mere allegations warranted benefit of the doubt from Shannon Sharpe. So they kicked him to the curb. There are unconfirmed rumors and reports that Shannon Sharpe paid his accuser about $23 million smackaroos. I don't know what happened between the two adults, but it was a serious jam for Sharpe. Why? To me, that's Diddy money, and Diddy money gives guilty vibes. I can see that, but that's somebody who's ignorant and not in that type of position. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any other details on that, but the fact that he paid that money that fast is not a good sign. The brother is definitely paid, but goddamn, $23 million. I cannot wrap my brain around that. I know these guys are out here making a ton of money, but that is absurd. I think I would need to fight back on this one, but who am I? A brokey like Lotto raps about. The bigger question is how this impacts his future opportunities to make money, which could be severely inhibited as well. But he's back on ESPN. His podcast life seems to be going pretty well, but I'm not sure. He may be raking in the dough just enough to not give a damn about $23 million. I don't think he doesn't value the $23 million. I think that he values what he's putting his family through, his public perception, and even the fact that he's slanging pipe to younger bitches, legal, right? To younger women isn't the way that he wants his brand associated with, because he'll lose more than that in his brand possibly. So I can understand it if this brother don't. Meanwhile, I don't know if he a brother either. His accuser has a new lease on life. Gabriella Zuniga reportedly retired from OnlyFans shortly after the settlement and stated that she's excited about future projects. Sounds like a grift to me. A OnlyFans model gets $24 million, and now she's excited about future projects. Definitely sounds like a grifter to me. Zuniga was seeking $50 million. She alleged rape, sexual assault, emotional distress, non-consensual recordings, and more. There were those insane threats during a relationship that began in 2023. Attorney Tony Bugsby negotiated the deal, saying, after protracted and respectful negotiations, we have reached a mutually agreed upon resolution, and the lawsuit will be dismissed with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled. Sheesh. Settlement terms were not disclosed publicly, but credible reports suggest the amount likely exceeded $10 million and may have been significantly higher. This is where the rumor gets some legs. Sharpe initially issued a video denial, calling the allegations a shakedown and denying all wrongdoing, but he is shaking if it was a shakedown. May God bless everyone, and we just keep moving forward, man. Hey, listen, to all you young brothers, young athletes, rappers, y'all get to messing with these women, and y'all think that they are really interested in you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not necessarily true. We finna close this thing up real quick. Y'all be careful out there, man. Don't trust these bitches. You know what I'm saying? Know the difference between a woman, a lady, and a bitch. You know what I'm saying? These bitches aren't just looking for some dick. They're not just looking for a husband. They're looking at you as you're going to be their security. But it's crazy because all women want financial stability and security for their future. But not every woman seeks that through a husband. They realize that there's men out here with enough money to help make them independent and secure their future, and all they have to do is make it appear as if they did something improperly with them sexually, especially European women. But don't think that there ain't sisters out here on the same grift. Don't be a sucker, man. Don't be a fool for your hard work money. Y'all remember what Rick Ross said? Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. So why would she be able to benefit off of it? Till the next time, I'm gonna fix these technical issues. Damu Kiwe conversation. Shannon, we got your back, brother. Don't fall for it again, because finding the support, it'll start looking